One thing that is very important in managing the composites in After Effects is that you can put composites inside other composites. You can nestle them. And one very big advantage with this is that if you want to apply the same effect on several layers, you can put all the layers inside one composite. Then you take that composite and put it into another composite. And then in this second composite, you apply the effect to the first composite. And in that way, the effect will be transformed or moved to all the layers. And I will show how this works. Another advantage with using nested composites is that if you have a very complex shot with lots of layers, then you can actually split up the different layers so that, let's say that you have a complex shot with 20 layers. Then in one composite you can have 5 of these, in another one you can have 10 of them, and then in the third composite you can have 5 of these layers. And you can work with those separately in the different composites. And then when you're done with all the changes you need to do, then you combine all this into a fourth composite, a kind of umbrella composite, or a composite where you put the other three together. And I'll show how it works. Here we have the demo 1 composite. We have it here in the project bin as well, demo 1. The other composite here, demo 2, if I click on that one and open it, we can see in the timeline that we have the demo 1 tab and the demo 2 tab. And as you see, the demo 2 is empty, while demo 1 has 2 layers in them. This green footage and this gray footage. And as you see now, previously I had used parenting to connect the layers, but I switch off parenting now because I'm going to do this in another way. So as you see now, when I move the green screen footage here, it moves independently, and the gray background hand here moves independently. What I'm going to do now is to move them together, and that is a very simple example of one effect applied on 2 layers. Because in the terms of After Effects, moving these layers are also an effect. So, in the demo 1 we have the 2 layers. We go over to demo 2, and then we put demo 1 onto demo 2. And if you play this, you will see that now on demo 2 we have the footage, the 2 layers from demo 1. And as you see, there's lots of empty black space here, and that's also quite easy to understand if you look over here. When I have selected in the project bin demo 1, then we can see on the top here that this one is 720 times 576 pixels. And that is the standard definition pixel ratio. Old TV, so to speak, PAL. But if we look on this one, demo 2, we can see that this one is 1440 pixels in height and 1080 pixels. Sorry, 1440 is the width, 1080 is the height. So this one is high def material. Much more, much bigger screen size, and that is why the standard definition footage looks smaller in the large larger screen size of the high def. Of course, I can change that. If I right click on Demo 2 and go to Composition Settings, or I can just go Ctrl K, then I can change the composition settings. For example, I can switch this one over to PAL, the same format as Demo 1. And then, as you see here, it fits. Because now the Demo 1 and the Demo 2 are the same size. So you can go back and change the composites afterwards. Okay, then the effect. In this case, it's very simple. When I select the layer here, and this layer is actually Demo 1. And when I have selected that layer, I can move it. And since the Demo 1 composite is a layer in Demo 2, I can select that layer and apply changes to them. So in this case, I can move the two shots, the gray one and the green one, in unison together. And even if this is a very simple effect, just moving it around, this applies for all kinds of effects that you can apply to any layer. So it's a very convenient way of adding several effects on many layers. It can be, for example, that you want to have a certain color grading, you want to bring the colors down. It can be that you want to add film grain or whatever. It's much easier to do that on all the layers at once in this way.